Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. Guys, the weather's great today, so I thought I'd come outside and, you know, do some videos outside. The weather's perfect. You know, it's not cold, it's sunny, it's great weather out here. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I am planning or setting up, sorting out my room to try get it more professional for doing these videos, because at the minute it's kind of like I'm just doing it from wherever. I want to get a setup, and ideally in my room, because my room's massive, by the way, so I need to obviously shift a few things. I've got the green screen. I just now need to figure out how I'm gonna set it all up. I don't know whether I want some advice from you guys, or not advice, just on as a subscriber. How would you like it? Would you like it as a natural background with me some of this like pictures in the back, or would you just prefer like a green screen where it would just be like a bland like green screen behind, you know, behind the wall? I don't know. I don't know how you guys would prefer it. I don't know whether to get some pictures and like put some pictures of some fighters and put a picture of myself, like, you know, like my my master's degree picture. I just want some advice. How would you want it? Do you want it a natural background, or do you want it like with a green screen, just with like a bland green background? How would you guys want it? I don't know. So I thought I'd ask you before I go ahead. But you know, today the weather was great. I had to come out and do it out here. But yeah, I want to know your guys' opinion. How do you want me to have my background? Do you want it to be a natural background, or do you want me to have a green screen and have a background or just a green background? You know, because I've got green screen, or I can make it a natural background. I need to sort out my room, and hopefully I can sort that out and then get everything set up. Because the thing is, right, with this background, and I prefer it in my room. Like my house is fairly big, so I can do it anywhere. I've got like I've got a garage there where I can do it in there, but it's just long. Like, can you imagine like me having to go into my garage like just to do a video? Like sometimes you want to do a video, just like, you know, a news breaks and you want to do a video, and it's kind of like I'm having to go to my garage, you know. So that's why I'm trying to get it in my room, so it just makes things a lot easier for me. And also better viewing for you guys, because a lot of you guys have been watching my videos. So I want something. I haven't managed to get like a concrete background, and to be honest with you, I don't want to have to like put the green screen and then edit it in a way where I can change the background, because you can, you know, through software you can change the background, but that'll take quite fairly long. I just want something quick, so that's why a natural background would be great in my room, because like that, all I have to do is just sit there, do the video and upload it, you know, which obviously be a lot easier than having to like go onto the Mac, start editing it, put it onto iMovie, then edit it. I'd rather just have a natural background. But if you guys say like, you know what, we wouldn't mind having a green screen background. Some of you say you don't care, you just listen to what I have to say. But to be honest, I think I've come to this stage, and my channel's grown to the point where I think I need to start looking at these things, you know, the background and all these additional stuff. So that's why just looking for some advice. What do you guys think I should do? Do you guys think I should have a natural background, or do you guys think I should have a you know, green screen and just have the background green, which would look a lot better? Because it'll look a lot better than the background. Even the bland green background will look a lot better than what it is right now. So and then it'll just give me like a base where to do my videos all the time. And unless I'm out and I want to make a video out, or I want to come outside in the garden, that's fair enough. But it just gives me a base where to do my videos all the time, and it makes it easier. And if it's in my room, it's like news breaks, bang, just go to my little setup and just film the video. You know, it makes things so much easier. But let's get into why I wanted to do this video. So guys, Keith Thurman was talking about Manny and saying that, you know, he feels that Manny's hands felt like cement. And Pacquiao's hands his power was crazy, according to Keith Thurman. And it's crazy because Keith Thurman didn't mention anything, and I made a video a couple of days ago. Keith Thurman didn't mention anything after the fight, and now he's coming out 2 years later with all of this stuff, which a lot of people think is crazy. it's not the first time Manny Pacquiao has been in a ring with somebody that's been surprised with his speed and power, and that's because of the you see, when you got guys like Pacquiao, it's the shock effect. It's the shock effect of being in the ring with someone with that kind of speed, and it's the speed that also, in my opinion, that catches a lot, buzzes a lot of people, hurts a lot of people, because you're not seeing the punches where they're coming from. So when you're getting hit with punches you don't see, they hurt a lot more. So it has more force, it's more impactful. Now, even someone like Amir Khan, who's not blessed with the power that Manny Pacquiao's got, how many people did he drop in his career? How many people did he put down? Yet he didn't have great power. But it's because of the speed. The people get shocked by the speed, and it buzzes them. It catches them off guard, like, whoa, this is really fast. And they don't see the punches coming. And I think Manny Pacquiao had the same effect. And Manny Pacquiao, like I said, is a lot more heavy-handed than Amir Khan. So if Khan can knock a lot of tough men down, like Maidana, Peterson, you know, and many guys throughout his career, he knocked them or even took them out early because of that surprise factor. Now, there's certain fighters that are really tough that will get through that period and then get acclimatized to the speed. Pacquiao has got Khan-like speed, but it's not just the speed, it's the heavy hands he has. And Nazim Richardson said that Manny Pacquiao's got unbelievable power and hand speed, and that all catches you off guard, you know, and it's like almost a shock factor because you're not expecting it to be that fast and powerful, right? And you imagine, like, normally fast guys are like bees. They're like stinging you, you know, you can't catch them like a fly, hitting you here, hitting you there. But Manny Pacquiao's like a bee, but his shots are very powerful as well. So it's not the fact that he's hitting you with stinging shots like someone like Khan, who's hitting you with stinging shots and moving away, and it's like annoying. This guy's hurting you, he's busting you up at the same time. Now, I don't think Pacquiao has that same spite that he did when he was obviously 10 years younger. I don't think he has the same kind of like energy and that you know, that explosiveness that he once had when he was, you know, 10 years younger. And I do believe if Keith Thurman fought that Manny Pacquiao, the one that Miguel Cotto and those guys fought, he would have got stopped probably within 6-7 rounds. Because, like I said, that Pacquiao was a beast. I do feel Keith Thurman was just shocked by the speed, the power, and he hadn't seen anything like that before. He's never been in the ring with anything close to that kind of speed and power, right? And like I said, Manny Pacquiao has a shock factor about him. When you fight him, it's a buzz. It's not like fighting any other fighter. It's a shock factor. You know, Floyd Mayweather didn't. Floyd Mayweather had a shock factor, but it wasn't a dangerous kind of shock factor. It was a shock factor where he's very slippery. You can't get to him. He's just so skilled, right? Manny Pacquiao has this kind of shock factor where he could hurt you, you know, like catch you off guard. Like how many times did Pacquiao put people down? You know, early in fights. You know, Hatton comes to mind. He sparked Hatton 2 rounds. You know, Marquez has been put down. You know, Vargas got put down. Timothy Bradley got put down. You know, Manny Pacquiao has that shock factor about him. It's not just the speed, it's power as well, but it's the speed. Trust me, the speed is shocking for a lot of guys, especially if you have, because you can't get that kind of sparring. You can't get that kind of sparring, you know, for that level of speed, because that's elite level of speed. You can't get sparring for anyone to imitate Manny Pacquiao because it's unique, right? It's unique. And Pacquiao, like I said, he's not like Amir Khan, where it's just pure speed. And it's like, even Amir Khan put a lot of people down, hurt a lot of people with his pure speed. It's just speed. Pacquiao's a lot more pop than that. You know, all his trainers say that, you know, when they were talking about Khan and Pacquiao, yeah, Khan's probably a little faster. What Justin Fortune said, that Khan's slightly faster, but Pacquiao's got speed and he's got the power with that speed. So that's what catches a lot of these fighters off guard, and that's what makes them think, oh, this guy's definitely onto something. It's not. It's the speed, man. It's the speed. It's elite level speed. And then obviously he's got heavy hands as well. And I feel that catches a lot of guys off guard. They're like, whoa, where's this coming from? You know, like I said, I've watched both. I've watched Pacquiao, I've watched Khan. I've seen their careers. And when you've got that kind of speed, it's the shock factor. Remember Danny Garcia fought Khan and he said, I felt like the referee was hitting me. It was that fast. And Pacquiao's the same. It's like you don't know where it's coming from. And Pacquiao's a lot smaller. He's a lot more nimble. He's even faster because he's a shorter guy. He's so fast and he's you know, different angles and busting you up. You know, what he did to Miguel Cotto and Margarito, those guys were getting busted up. Now, Miguel Cotto got stopped. Margarito, I think, went the distance. Did he get stopped? No, I think Miguel Cotto and Margarito went the distance, but Margarito got busted up, and so did Miguel Cotto, because they just didn't know where the punches were coming from. They were able to take the power and the speed. They were able to take it for a very long time. They were getting beat up, but that's because they were bigger. They were naturally bigger guys, and they were able to take that kind of beating. You know, a lot of guys wouldn't. Like Hatton, for example, wasn't as big, wasn't as durable as those guys, and he just got blown away because it's a shock factor, man. It's a shock factor of being that fast and then powerful on top. If you've got that speed and then power, that's a nightmare fighter to face, you know. And I feel like Keith Thurman just ran into, you know, he didn't run into prime Pacquiao, but he ran into that style, and he was shocked just like everybody else. I feel like as the fight went on, and normally with fighters like that, with Pacquiao and Con, you get acclimatized to it. You start getting used to the speed and the power. It's like anything. It's like driving. You start driving more, you get used to it. And these fighters are, when they get into the ring, they start getting used to the speed, especially the top fighters. Some of the lesser fighters just get blown away, or they just get overwhelmed, and they just don't know. They're just shocked by it, and they can't get through that initial period. I think Keith Thurman got through that initial period. He got put down in the first round, even though I think Keith Thurman was doing well in the first round. But like I said, Keith Thurman made a mistake of pulling back, and Pacquiao caught him and put him down. And Pacquiao then hurt him again in the 10th. But then you got to say, Keith Thurman stuck in there, and he was a warrior. And listen, the fight was close. Keith Thurman had his moments in the fight. He put it on Pacquiao as well. So I don't know why Keith Thurman is complaining, because let's be honest, Keith Thurman, that was a competitive fight. Keith Thurman had his moments in the fight. It's not like Pacquiao just blew him away, you know. So that's why it's a bit disappointing from Keith, that making the kind of excuses that he's come out with, because, you know, I think he put up a great fight, and I think he was embarrassed that he lost, and he lost to somebody that was a lot older, even though he's a legend, a lot older than him, and he felt, and he was confident that he was going to do the job and he was going to win the fight. But I feel like making excuses is never a good thing, especially after the event, because some of the stuff that he's saying about the testing and stuff like that Keith Thurman had in his control. He didn't need to fight Manny Pacquiao. He could have got that in place before the fight. But it's kind of like, it looks like, oh, well, you took your money, and then afterwards you lost, and now you're making excuses, or maybe looking for a rematch, or maybe Manny's not going to give him a rematch. It's just looking like you're making excuses. And there's no need for that, really. It's not a good look, especially like 2 years after. Like some of the stuff with Wilder is that Wilder made a lot of the excuses not straight after the event. He made it months later, which made it look bad. This guy's making excuses 2 years later, which makes it even worse. And it's just not a good look. And listen, I think Keith Thurman's a good fighter, and he's definitely a talent. But at the end of the day, I think excuses are never good. And it just doesn't look good, especially when you're making them so late after the event, or so many years. You say 1.5, 2 years after the event, you know. So yeah, listen, I just think it's Manny Pacquiao's speed and power shocked Keith Thurman, and I just think he wasn't able to. I think that first round really shocked him, and yeah, although I thought he came back into the fight, he just didn't do enough, you know. And Pacquiao was a fair and clear winner. But leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.